So the first story that we have up is on Bronny James and a message from Mace. Shout out Pastor Mace. But Bronny James recently made his NBA debut, marking the first time in NBA history that a father-son duo has ever happened on an NBA court. So during preseason, Bronny's game was dissected and covered as if he was the number one overall pick, when in reality, he was just the 55th pick in the NBA draft. But the amount of expectations has seemed unfair from the jump. And Mace, shout out to Is What It Is, had an interesting take on Bronny. And I quote, I would say this to Bronny, you got to really look at it like this. It's kill or be killed every night. Get the cornrows, listen to Uncle Murda, get the cornrows, wear the sleeve, wear number 6, change your number right now to number 6, and wear the red LeBrons. I'm telling you, just try it one game and prove me wrong.
I want P to read that same thing just in the Mace voice for me. Just the same thing how Mace said
Yo, Cam. Yo, I just would say this to Bronny. You got to really look at it like this. It's kill or be killed every night. Get the cornrows, listen to Uncle Murda.
Keep going.
I love it.
No, keep it going,
guys.
Man.
Do you guys think that it's fair game for Bronny James to have this scrutiny, and also once he steps on that floor, he's going to be a target just because of his last name? Just want to get both of your thoughts on Bronny's first NBA season.
I mean, obviously, I think it's fair game. I think he shouldn't be protected because he's Bron's son. Everybody's going to get criticized. Everybody's going to get, the fact of the matter is, like, yeah, he was a 55th pick, but he's also the son of the best or one of the best players to ever play the game of basketball. And so there's going to be, same way he's dealt with the pressure and the target on his back through high school, he's going to deal with that now in the NBA. I do think it's unfair to some degree that you don't allow him to kind of navigate and find himself. This is a kid we're talking about who's trying to find his way in the NBA and trying to live out his dreams. And no one starts out perfect at anything. No one looks great at anything, right? Like, he's trying to find his way. He's trying to find the NBA game. He's trying to figure this out while doing something that he can say no one has done ever that played before him. No one has played with their father. Like, that could be a whole different level of pressure to play with your father. As good as it is to have your dad with you along this journey with you, he's the only person that can speak for that, what that's like to play with your father, if that is pressure because who his father is. I think it's, it's a tough space for Bronny to be in. I love what I saw that game where he was cooking. It felt like he found his rhythm. It felt like he was comfortable. He drowned out the noise. He played like himself. He let the game come to him. And I thought you saw a switch where he just looked comfortable, catch after catch, possession after possession. But you got to allow him to be a kid, man. We all started off, if I was the 10th pick, and if you look at what my progression was, or if you look at where I was from a talent at 19, 20 years old in the league, I was nowhere near what I look like now. So, like, let the kid develop. And, it's cool to have your words and say this or that, but to keep poking at it as if he already doesn't know what level he needs to play at, and or there's no pressure of what level he needs to play at. He just needs to take one day at a time to get better. That should be the only thing he looks at. How can I get better every day?
I agree, of course, a lot with P says, but for sure, you know what I'm saying, because it's all right. And then I'm going to just be honest, speaking of what May said, I looking at it from a fan's base, you know what I'm saying, just from our culture, Black folks, and what we look at people for swag and stuff when they play ball, which is stupid. And, with LeBron on the court, Junior, the son, Bronny, when he's on the court, and nothing's wrong with his hair. That's the style that the kids wear. He's doing what the trend is. He's doing what he is. But I can understand when they say, "Yo, man, put the braids in. You know what I'm saying? Put the red shoes on, put the sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
go in there. Even if you couldn't give us that, like, I'm playing like my father today, or I'm playing like that James is on the back of my jersey. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not Mace isn't saying anything dogging him, like saying you're terrible or nothing. He just saying, give us a look to make yourself feel like I look good, you play good. You know what I'm saying? Like Deion Sanders say, the way you look good, you play good. And not to say he should be having his whole intention, I need to look good when I play. It's all about him playing basketball, first of all. But it's just giving us a look, because when we watch him sometimes not being, he's look like he's confused. He's just playing with his hair like he's, I know the play. I got to make sure I do it right, this and that. But with the braids, you can't do all that playing with your hair. You look more locked in. Your hair is to the back. I'm zoned in. It's just a more of a different look. So I know Mace isn't saying anything wrong, trying to dog him and be funny. It's just a look. You know what I'm saying? And the look that he has right now, it looks to us, it looks like he's nervous, look like he's not ready or something. And he can be ready. It just looks like it. So I agree with what both of you guys are saying. And I think Bronny is going to be great in the league. And I think his time is going to come where he shut everybody the fuck up.
I think that there's pros and cons. You know, he's in the spotlight. Bronny James didn't choose who his parents were. And I think a lot of times kids in those circumstances, we've seen it. They don't handle the spotlight well. I'm not going to name any names, but I think we could think of some other high-profile NBA people that has sons. And I'm just happy that it looks to me like he's handling it well. Like his spirit, his mental, his focus, he seems to be handling it well. And I think it's a fair argument that people, a pro of being LeBron James' son, is that he's going to get an opportunity, and he got his opportunity. Now, I'm not saying that's the only reason he's in the NBA, but very fair argument that a pro of being LeBron James' son is he's getting his shot in the NBA. The con is exactly what we're seeing right now with us talking about him, every platform talking about him. I'm just happy he handles it well.
PG, can I ask you a question? What is there a game that you remember where you had your lowest percentage in everything, rebounds, assists, and points? Do you remember? And nobody probably ever talked about it, right?
Right.
But it didn't stop you from doing what you're doing. It just hurts because his name is so big. He's in the spotlight. Everything that he does, we're watching. It's like, damn, he played for 1 minute. He played for 2 minutes. Give the boy a break. He had a cardiac arrest.
Right.
And he's still out there doing what he's doing. You can't, coach, if something happened to this man on the court, we looking at it like, let him play. The coach looking at it like, hey, if I keep playing this boy, shit, I can be the person that get in trouble for this. So people don't even look at it all like that. You done had terrible games. Nobody talk about it. They only remember it because you're in the spotlight. If he wasn't in the spotlight, all these terrible games that people saying he's having, which is not terrible because he's somewhere somebody else ain't even made it. So I just look at it, let this man be what he gonna do and let him have fun, man. His mama playing him on a video game. Let it be fun, man. Let him do what he do.
And I wasn't saying that Mace necessarily made comments. I'm saying that people in general, the media in general, jumping on that bandwagon of having negative comments towards Bronny. I do agree that what kind of Mace was, I think, alluding to was just having the identity, right? Having the identity of who Bronny is now. You know what I mean? Instead of, to your point, Jackie, I wouldn't say, looking lost, but to have a look to himself of like, all right, I'm Bronny James, and, this is who I am. This is who the player that you're going to get, and I'm finding my way. Like, I do think he should have a look and identity, because it's automatically people are going to, the next generation are going to gravitate to him. The next generation is already looking up to Bronny, and so he's going to be the next wave of stars. Whatever his NBA career looks like, he's automatically an influencer and an inspiration to a lot of these kids. So him having a look and an identity will go a long ways.
Agreed. That was spot on. Almost like an alter ego. Like, hey, play into it. Like people are pinning you to be this person. Like, just go against it. Like, almost feed into, like, go with it. You know what I mean? Like, let's. I like it. I don't know about the cornrows, but I like it.
PrizePicks is the best place to get the real money sports action. With over 5 million members across the country, it's the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players.
You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. So sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed.
Whether you think CeeDee Lamb will continue to get more targets or Derrick Henry rushing totals will be a little light this week, PrizePicks has you covered on every option, baby.
Download the app today and use code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So you can start football season by downloading the app today and using our code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game.